Hey, how y'all doing this morning? It's Kennel, man. I'm just coming to you, and I got a text from Tracy. I'm gonna put it in the comments from Tracy, and she asked me a simple question. She said, "How was my experience with the puppies, breeding them, and how is my experience now since they leaving?" And I would have to say that my experience, man, it was very, very. Yeah, it's going. That's the puppies messing with the stand. So I actually learned a lot. It's a lot of information I learned from different people that helped me along the way. And man, I would have to say it was very interesting. The first initial thing that I would say that a lot of breeders need to put out there and show is the amount of cleaning that you do. When I say you gonna clean, man, you gonna clean, shut up and clean some more. That's what you gonna do. That's all you gonna do is clean. And it really don't get that bad until the puppies wing off of mom. And that's when the work really starts. So, okay, so it was real messy when she gave birth at home. But you know, that's kind of simple because she only giving birth one puppy at a time. So that cleanup was simple, okay? But what I liked about that part, man, it was really like it was magical because I actually got to see 2 of the puppies born. She only had 3, but I got to see 2 of them born. And so, man, it really was magical as far as just seeing life, seeing how when they first dropped, it looked like a water balloon. And then, you know, she busted the little sack open, and then started licking the puppies, cleaning them. And then she eat the placenta. So that right there, you know, I seen it on YouTube and videos. I seen that a lot. But it's different seeing it in person, you know, and just the fact of life, you know. So that was the experience. So that was their stage. Then the stage of trying to make sure that she do what she supposed to do. And so I got some information from D. St. Barables. And he told me that if you can get the female, cause it's she's a first time mom, if you can get her to do everything you need her to do in the first 48 hours, you'll be good. And so that's what I tried to do. Every time the puppies would get through eating, I put them up to her, let her lick on them to stimulate their bowel movements. So I did that. After a while, she got that down pat. I made sure that she laid flat, well, on her side, so her breast would be exposed so the puppies could easily nurse. Because at first, she was laying on top of her nipples, so the puppies couldn't get to her. So once I got her to lay on her side where the puppies could nurse, that was easy. Actually, man, I really didn't have to do much in that phase. That phase was, to me, was the easiest part as far as, because she did everything, Nova. The second part was when they started eating, when I started feeding them mush or start feeding them dog food. So just seeing them, how they would react, just like if you see a baby the first time they eat food, how they get excited. You can see they getting excited and they trying to figure out what it is. Well, let me rewind. When their eyes start opening, that was something. You know, when they started doing that, then once I started feeding them the puppy food, and man, seeing how they would react when they started walking, looked like they were crawling, then they started trying to walk. So that part was very exciting. It's fun. It's fun being around puppies anyway. It give you a burst of energy. You can't help but have energy, especially if you're not a lazy person, because you got a lot of work to do. But like I say, when the real work started is when I weaned them off of mom. Once I did that, excuse me, y'all. Once I did that, like I say, man, boo-boo pee. Boo-boo pee. And they pee and boo-boo everywhere. That's one thing. When I say everywhere, everywhere. And then once they start learning Okay, so you got to set it up where I set it up where I put the food in a different spot versus where they sleep and they use the bathroom. So typically they try not to, in the beginning they gonna do it. But I guess once they start learning that they don't eat where they boo-boo. And so once they start learning that, then they start boo-booing in a certain spot away from the food, away from where they sleep. But you gotta have a little enough space. Nothing too big, but just a little space. And so I did that, man. That was simple, but like I said, it's a lot of cleanup, and it's just 3 puppies. So I can imagine somebody that has, you know, a 10-piece or 10 puppies. Hey man, that's why I say breeders, a lot of them need to put that information out, you know, so people could really see the amount of cleanup, which I knew it was gonna be a lot of cleanup anyway, because years ago, me and my father raised pit bulls, did that, you know. Hey, so I already knew it was clean. It's clean up and responsibility with having a dog anyway. And so, like I say, that stage, and even now, it's just 2, and they don't even boo-boo as much. Like I say, Mojo got picked up last Friday, and like I say, man, it was smooth sailing when he was here because I knew when they was gonna eat, and I feed them at a certain time. I feed them in the morning, and I feed them in the evening for now. Once they get older, well, my dogs, once they're older, I only feed them once a day, and that's in the evening. With the puppies, once they eat, probably like, I say probably about 30 minutes after they eat, they gonna boo-boo. They gonna boo-boo in peace, so I let them stay outside, and that's, once I started doing that, and stopped letting them, because I was letting them eating it in the garage at first. And then I said, well, okay, I'm gonna bring them outside and let them eat. And that worked out better for me because they don't boo-boo as much in the garage versus when they'll hold it. And so, but they still boo-boo, but it doesn't be as much, it's not as much boo-boo. So that phase, now I'm in the phase where the puppy's going home. All right, man, so Al came last Friday. So at first he told me he was gonna pick Mojo up Friday evening. So I was like, okay, I got enough time. Once I get off, man, I can bathe him up real quick, you know, say my little goodbye. Man, Al caught me first thing that morning before I went to work. And I was like, oh man, because I got attached to the puppy. You know, I know his personality, I know what he gonna do. I know if it's something to be sniffed on, if it's something to be investigated, Mojo gonna investigate. Mojo was the daredevil. He the one gonna jump off something first. He the one gonna jump up on something first. That was Mojo. And so he came and got Mojo. Good part is I can still see Mojo because he's still here in Atlanta. You know, he's still here. And so that's that. So today is Wednesday, and Tracy is coming to get Hominy Wednesday. Come on, leave that alone. It's Jenny. So she's coming to get Hominy Friday, and no, Saturday. And so, man, you know, like I say, Hominy is a sweetheart. She's very mild-tempered. She don't take no mess, but she not gonna start no mess from what I see. She's mostly like, she has Nova's personality. Really, all of them kind of, to me, take out the Nova personality as far as a sweetheart, cool and calm. You know, they very energetic, man. They love being around people with my family and the people I have introduced them to. You know, they happy little puppies, man. They very energetic, you know. And that's one thing I like with this breed. So when Tracy asked me this question, man, this is something that I felt that I need to touch on. I enjoyed the experience. I learned a lot through this process too, just from these Saint Barbers, authentic Barbers, SSK Kennels, Fetty. I learned a lot from Fetty. He do bullies, but I reached out to him, man. He gave me a lot of good information. I reached out to, and he has an ebook, and man, that's where I got a lot of information as far as worming. Also, Neo, the one K9 training, that's my mentor, man. He gave me a lot of information. He does Rottweiler. So if you're in Atlanta or nearby states and you need a trainer, man, you need to holler at Neo the One K9 Training. Man, any type of training you need for your dog, he's the guy. And he does Rottweiler, he breeds Rottweilers. But and Frenchies. But anyway, man, you can reach out to him, get back. Here's Harmony. But like I said, man, it's a lot that I learned. It's a lot that you have to do as far as making sure that they up on their deworming medicine. Get back. It's just a lot. You know, but it's nothing to me. I was expecting it, you know, and I know that with more puppies, I know that it's a lot more work. But with this, man, you basically have to have a routine. And once you have a routine, you got to stick with it. This is not nothing for lazy people. So if you have a routine, you're going to clean in the morning, you're going to clean in the evening. Get back. Come here. You're going to clean in the morning, you're going to clean in the evening, you're going to clean at night. This is what you're going to do. You're going to clean. That's the main thing what you're going to do. You're going to clean. And I'm quite sure it's a lot of things. I don't know everything. I don't claim like I do. And I'm quite sure it's a lot more that I will learn along this process and this journey. I'm quite sure it's a lot of people that know a lot more. And man, I'm willing to learn. But anyway, man, this is Callan with Zooland Borbles. Thank y'all for watching, like, and subscribe. And man, y'all take it easy, man.